In this video, we'll be using the order of operations to calculate the minimum and maximum usual value. According to a recent report, approximately 6.9% of Americans have a multiracial background. If 200 Americans are randomly selected, we would expect 13.8 Americans to have a multiracial background with a standard deviation of 3.58. Use the order of operations to calculate the minimum usual value. So we're going to use the order of operations. That means we have to do one operation at a time. The problem says 13.8 minus 2 times 3.58. So first of all, we're going to have to perform that multiplication. So we're going to rewrite 13.8 minus and whatever answer we get from multiplying 2 times 3.58. So let's use our calculator. Two times 3.58 is going to be 7.16. So we're going to write back 7.16 back in. Now we can perform this subtraction. So second, we're going to perform the subtraction. 13.8 minus 7.16. On our calculator, again, 13.8 minus 7.16. And our answer is 6.64. So the minimum usual value is approximately 6.64, and that unit would be Americans. Next, use the order of operations to calculate the maximum usual value. So instead of the minus, we're going to do the plus part. 13.8 plus 2 times 3.58. So again, first we're going to have to do the order of operations and do multiplication first. We already know the answer from above. So this will be 13.8 plus 7.16. When it says require work, this is the work that's expected to be shown. Let's go back to our calculator and take 13.8 plus 7.16. And that's 20.96. So this would be 20.96 Americans. It says, would it be unusual to observe 15 Americans who have a multiracial background? Well, let's draw a scale here. 6.64 would be the minimum usual value. The maximum usual value would be 20.96 Americans. So this would be the maximum. 15 Americans would fall between those two numbers. And so remember, in between is considered usual. Before 6.64 would be considered unusual, and after 20.96 would be considered unusual. So in this case, our answer would be that we would be considered them having 15 Americans who have multiracial background would be considered usual.